Hey guys, Ty Lord here with a response video to my boy AsianSleepy. Go check out his channel if you're not subscribed already. A prolific YouTuber slash gamer. Like, he's probably played more games and talked about them and done blogs on them more than anyone I know. Big game collection. So this was a tough challenge for me to recommend a game to him because most of the games I asked him about, he already had them. So I picked about 5 games. I know it's kind of cheating, but he's doing a 2,000 subscriber contest. He's up to 2,000 subscribers. So go check him out. Enter the contest if you can. I think it ends on November 10th. He wants you to recommend a game for him in the comments. And I think that gets you 1 point or 1 entry. And then if you do it on Instagram, that's another entry. And then if you do a video response of a game you recommend to him, that'll be 5 entries. So I don't care whether I win or lose or not. He has some good prizes, but I just thought I'd do it for fun to engage in the community and all that. So I actually kind of cheated. I picked out 5 games to recommend to him because actually 6 games, actually 7. One of them is a compilation. I picked out 5 games to recommend to him because I'm pretty sure he's played most of these, if not all of them. I'm just gonna throw 5 out here, and hopefully he hasn't played one of them. Maybe he'll want to go back and replay one of these, because I know from watching his videos and seeing his collection, like, he not only collects, he like plays the heck out of all the games he has. So I got, and I'm probably have heard him talk about some of these before, but it's been a long time. Anyway, so I'll get to that. Before I talk about that, I want to shout out my boy Dean from Escape to Gaming. Another great buddy of mine. I actually met him in person before he moved up to Idaho. He actually gave me the nice Sony Trinitron CRT. I play all my games in the living room on that. He's kind of going through some health issues right now, so maybe go leave him some words of encouragement. It's all going to turn out fine. I know he's having the same health issues I had last year, and I'm all good now, probably better than ever. I know it's going to be the same for him, so maybe go leave him some words of encouragement. I don't want to give too much details, but I know he'll be fine. He's gone through worse than this. So give him your thoughts and prayers, and maybe go give him some encouragement. Talk about some games to get his mind off of it, because it's kind of a stressful ordeal. I was blessed because right when they found out my problem, I was able to get a surgeon to take care of it right away. So I didn't have a couple of weeks to linger on it. But he's going through that process now, so maybe go say hi to him and give him some words of encouragement. Talk about games, maybe get his mind off of it. Anyway, so back to the games. Kind of different thing for me to do. I haven't really just talked about games I have lately. This is going to be a good opportunity because I usually just do pickup videos and trying to cut back on my spending. I've actually been trading stuff in and trying to cut back on my spending and play the games I have. I've been having a great time going back and playing the games I have. It's all paid off, all these games I bought for cheap over the years. Now that the inflation's high and food prices are high and all that, I don't have to worry about going and buying games all the time. I have all kinds of games in my library to play. Been playing quite a few lately. Anyway, on to the games. I guess I'll go from the oldest to newest, and I'm sure he's played this game before, but I just wanted to throw out this one, Geist, for the GameCube. A Nintendo exclusive game. I think this is the only way to play it. This is the only way it's ever been released. And I forget the company that developed it, but it's Nintendo through and through. What's that? It really feels like a Nintendo game, down to like the dialogue is just one word, like, hey, listen, and then you'll read the dialogue, maybe to cut back on space on the disc, on these little tiny discs. It all fits on one disc, and it's a pretty big, epic AAA first-person shooter on GameCube, which is unusual, and it's kind of adult themed. It's rated M. It's got partial nudity. It's got blood and gore and a lot of violence. It's a first-person shooter slash paranormal type game. You're a you're sort of a soul you're a rogue soul that's, I won't give too much of the plot away, but you can possess objects. And so the game is trying to get through puzzles by possessing things. You can possess people once they're scared, but you can't possess everyone. So you have to like maybe possess an inanimate object and then maybe scare someone. And then once they're scared, you can possess them. And you can take on the skills of the person you possess. So if they have a key card you need, you can use it to get through a door. If they have a gun, you can overtake a soldier, so you have a rifle, so you can start mowing down the enemies. Once you're in spirit mode, I don't think anything can hurt you, but you can't really do anything, so you need to find something to possess. You can possess animals, and I think it's a really fantastic first-person shooter on Switch. I remember I was gravitated toward this. Pardon me, I keep saying Switch, GameCube. I gravitated towards this at the time because there weren't a lot of games like this on GameCube. I didn't have a PS2 at the time. I was all GameCube and Xbox. So it was nice to have a kind of a different game on GameCube for a change. So I recommend that one. Kind of scary too, might be good for Halloween. Here's one I recommend to everyone. I don't know if Sleepy has played this or not. I'm sure he has, but this is like one of the best games ever made. Dragon Quest VIII. Excuse my neighbors, they're having a party. I don't know if you can hear that. It's probably echoing through this garage. Dragon Quest VIII. I just played this over my recovery when I was off on disability after my surgery. And man, I couldn't really use my right hand that much. It was kind of numb. So this was a laid-back JRPG I could play. Didn't have to have fast reflexes or anything. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to get back into this. So I beat it. Fantastic. I'd say this is like on every level, this game is a 10 out of 10. The story, a lot of time these RPGs have a fun story with fun characters, but the plot doesn't make a lick of sense. This one, the plot actually made sense to me, and all the little towns you come through and all the little characters you meet all have a little backstory, and they all come together at the end. So it's not like they're unnecessary. And fun little characters, great music, this orchestrated music, so fantastic. The graphics are timeless. Like this thing looks so good today. I played it on my CRT on original hardware. It just looks so fantastic, so cartoony. It's the Dragon Ball Z style animation, but it's 3D. It looks so good. There's big, giant, open environments. It almost feels like an open world game. I guess it is. Kind of cartoony anime style, really good. Load times are pretty much non-existent. Like these programmers like really knew what they were doing. I'm sure I've gloated about this thing before, but I just wanted to recommend this one again. So I don't know if that's strike one or strike two. He's probably played both of these, but anyone else who hasn't played this, get on it. And I think it's available on DS. The DS one might be superior because I think you actually see the enemies on the board, whereas this one is random encounters, but that didn't bother me a bit. I think I only died on this game once on the first boss because I didn't level grind enough, but after that, like I just would level grind. I found out where the metal slimes were. I'd level grind, and I don't think I lost again through the entire game. I got all the way to the end boss and beat him without dying. So it's a pretty simple game, even for someone who, like me, who's new to JRPGs. You're just gonna get engaged in this, and it's so immersive. It's a wonderful, fantastic game. The music, I forgot to mention, is so fantastic. The battle music is probably my favorite battle music of all time. Here's one I know he's played both of these games, but I don't know if within this version, Silent Hill HD Collection. I hear a lot of trash about this. I don't know if it's justifiable or not. From what I played of it, I didn't really have any problems with it. The only thing I noticed was kind of stupid was before you have the flashlight and you go into the rooms, it's still like light enough where you can see everything. I remember before on Silent Hill 2, it was dark when you didn't have a flashlight, and you needed a flashlight to see it. But on this game, like you can see everything, so there'll be an item there and you can't grab it unless you have your flashlight on. So it's kind of weird, but that didn't really bother me that much. I think everyone hated on the new voice acting on Silent Hill 2, but let me tell you, I just played through this for the first time with the new voice acting, and the new voice acting is really, really good. Like, of course I prefer the original guy, the Guy Seehee is his name, because that's like James Sunderland there, that voice. But the voiceovers they have in this are really, really good. Like, I almost got teary-eyed at a couple of parts. Like, the got so emotional. Like this is a really dark game, Silent Hill 2. Like, it has like realistic dark themes to it. It's not connected to any of the other Silent Hills. And I can imagine if people in life are going through the similar things that this guy has gone through and other people in the game, it might hit you really hard. Because I've known people who have had similar situations to poor old James in here. But overall, the game is fantastic. Kind of difficult puzzles in places, but it's very satisfying when you find out the puzzle. The environments are so creepy and scary. I really love the pacing of this, as Silent Hill 1 also. I love the dungeons, and then you go out to the city and kind of explore and find health items. I just love that formula. I love Xing off all of the little doors on the map. It's so fun just to like be a completionist and mark off all the doors, and you know exactly where you're going or where you have to be. But anyway, getting back to this version, I didn't really see much problems with it other than that one issue I said, and then there's new voice acting, and I wanted to try it for a change, so I played through the game, and I got the water ending, and the new voice actors are good actually, but I still prefer the original actually. But this is something good to play, and it's way cheaper than buying the game on PS2 or even Xbox. Silent Hill HD Collection, and it's available on 360 and PS3. One thing I want to say about this is if you want to buy it for Xbox 360 and stream it, it will not let you. I don't know if it's Konami or something is ashamed of it or something, but the 360 version will not let you stream it or share pictures of it. It says this game is not allowed to share. I've never seen that before with any game. It won't let you stream it on Twitch through the Xbox. Anyway, okay, on to another one. I hope he's not played this. He probably has, but I'm hoping if he's played it, it was the 360 version. Here's 007 Quantum of Solace, based on the movie. It's actually based on Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, as are the other versions of this. This one's done by Eurocom that did Nightfire and some of the older Bond games. And this one is way different than the other versions, the first-person games, which are fantastic. I think they're done by the Call of Duty people. Is it Treyarch? I can't remember. But this one's done by Eurocom, and it's way different. It's the only version that's third-person. And what I like about Bond games is seeing Bond and being able to control Bond, because he's such a cool-looking character, no matter what actor plays him. So I kind of like my Bond games third-person, so I can see the character. And it kind of makes me less dizzy too. Sometimes first-person games bother me, but so this is a third-person shooter, kind of modern. So it kind of feels like a 7th gen game. It plays just like it. Like you can set up the controls to play just like Gears of War or something. There's cover system, and it plays through pretty much the same levels as the other game. I think this is my favorite version of it, mostly because you can see Bond, and it has sneaky stealth elements. Really fun game. Might be kind of dumbed down a bit, but I really enjoyed this. Quantum of Solace on PlayStation 2. I wish this would have gotten a version, the same thing had been released on the original Xbox. It probably would have looked even better. But as of now, PlayStation 2 has the most Bond games with this one here. So I got to give it to PlayStation 2. It has Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, Everything or Nothing, From Russia with Love, GoldenEye Rogue Agent, and this one. So that's 6 for the old PlayStation 2. So not to mention you can play Tomorrow Never Dies, 007 Racing, and The World Is Not Enough. So that's a lot of games you can play on PlayStation 2. That's like 9 games. And then if you have your backward compatible PS3, there's another version of this, and GoldenEye Reloaded, and Bloodstone, and 007 Legends. So if you have a backward compatible PS3, that's the thing to have for Bond games. Getting off the subject a little bit. But this is my favorite version here. I just played through it recently. kind of one I want to go back to and play more, because I say I love the third-person Bond games. I kind of prefer more when they're their own unique original story, but this is based on Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, so it has some good sets and some good some action sequences, very good stuff. So hopefully you haven't played that one, Sleepy. If not, go play it again maybe. Okay, some newer games, and I don't remember him mentioning these or not, but man, these are two new fantastic games that I played this year. Okay, Resident Evil 4 remake. I've gloated about this before. Let me just say, if you haven't played this, it's not the same game as Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game of all time. Remake is not the same game. It has the same environment, same plot, similar dialogue, but nothing about it's the same. It's all rebuilt from the ground up. None of the areas are the same. Very few of the puzzles are the same. I would say it's a totally different game based on Resident Evil 4. So this is not, if you played Resident Evil, this is not Resident Evil. This is a new game, but it's fantastic. I for a while there I was thinking maybe I like this as much as the original one, or maybe even more. But I think maybe now that I've weighed both of them, I still like the original more. But man, this is so good. The new parry system is so fun. Every time I play a game now, I want to parry, just like how Leon parries with a knife in this. Taking a page out of Breath of the Wild, Leon's knife wears out and breaks now, so you have to always keep it upgraded or find extra knives. Like I said, maybe 2 or 3 segments in this game are pretty close to the original. The village is laid out the same at the beginning, so I'd say that's pretty similar. The El Gigante boss fight's pretty much the same, and the fish boss is pretty close to the same. And maybe the last section of the water hall is pretty much the same as the original one in the castle, where Ashley's cranking she's spinning the crank to raise up the platforms. That part's pretty similar. Other than that, like, pretty much everything is different. Not the same layout, not the same sequence, not the same puzzles, same areas, but they're totally different. So this is something you gotta play. I think it's still pretty expensive, or it's still like $50. But okay, here's another one that's new. I don't remember him mentioning this or not, but Street Fighter 6. And any way to play it's good. Play it online, play the arcade mode, but I would say play the campaign mode on this. It's probably my new favorite RPG of all time. It's such a chill, fun game. It's a full-length AAA RPG set in the Street Fighter / Final Fight universe. So you're in Metro City meeting all these Street Fighter and Final Fight characters. There's a story going on about a fighting tournament and some shady dealings going on. Eventually you go to another country and kind of the slums of another country. Really cool environment. You go around and fight in there. So there's no random encounters here, but everyone on the street, you can walk up to him and challenge him, and you fight him, and that'll increase your level. You can level grind in this. So it's an RPG with a story and everything. There's side missions. There's all kind of fun little side games to play that are all Street Fighter related. Just so fun going into Metro City. I kind of came off of this after playing Final Fight Streetwise, so it kind of felt like a continuation of Final Fight Streetwise, like with a way higher budget. And yeah, just everyone on the street you can challenge, and you can do special challenges on each person to get more health items or whatever. You can use health items during fights, so the end bosses you can hoard up some health items to fight. One thing I didn't know, there's a skill tree in this. I didn't pay attention until the very end. I got to the last tournament and I didn't even level up my skill trees, so I was just leveling my guy up, and I was getting killed in the tournaments, and I realized, whoa, you have a skill tree. And you can be trained by all of the Street Fighter characters as you meet them, and they'll teach you your moves, and you can take on their move sets, and you can learn more moves from them. It's such a cool game. It's like the game of my dreams. It's like a fighting RPG set in the Street Fighter universe. I'm hoping other games follow this formula, like the new Fatal Fury. It's so good. Really recommend this if you haven't played it. So hopefully Sleepy has not played one of those. If not, maybe he'll want to go back to one of those. like I said, check out Sleepy. Asian Sleepy is his YouTube channel name. Always sharing his collections and blogging about video games. Does some like playthroughs of games every once in a while, or maybe like the first half hour of them, with some narration. Yeah, so I know he's played pretty much every game I have and more. So it's hard to find some. So hopefully I found one within these. I was sending him lists of game. You played this one. You played this one. He's like, yeah, I played it. It's good. Yeah, it's played. So I'm hoping he hasn't played some of those. So go check him out. Congratulations to him for hitting 2,000. And go check out his contest and go comment. Check out his videos. Yeah, so I thought I would partake in that little community challenge. Something fun. I haven't done something like that in a while. So that's about it. I'm hoping to maybe do a pickup video for October. Not too much stuff, but I'm going to talk about some games I've been playing that are really, really good. Silent Hill, kind of in the Silent Hill mood this month. I just did Omega Ace's challenge, his Halloween challenge or scary game challenge. Beat a boss of a scary game, and while streaming or videotape it to enter his contest. I did Silent Hill 1. The first time I ever beat it, and that game is like probably in my top 10 games now. I never really gave it a chance before because I would kind of get stuck, but I put my nose to the grindstone and worked through it. Man, it's probably the best horror game I ever played. Silent Hill 1, up there with 2. Yeah, and so I'm starting to play through all the Silent Hill games now. So I might talk about those on my next video. Other than that, like I say, I hope my neighbors weren't too loud. They have a lot of people over, like the whole street is full of cars. They're having a big party over there. I wasn't invited, but I'm sure they'd invite me, but I'm kind of a introvert, so I guess I'll see you guys next time. I might try to stream some games soon. That's about it.